What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 10K on the Bay, my journey to 10,000 live listings. Today I have Nick with Everyman's Empire. I'm really excited because I've had a lot of questions from people asking about how to get started on FBA. And this episode is specifically about learning what to buy. Sorry about that. Today we're going to go over basically the basics of learning what to buy on Amazon. And I think this is really critical. I posted a couple of articles on my Instagram today saying that the majority of full-time sellers know exactly what they want to buy. So I think that's something totally different than just finding something around you that's cheap or leaving it sort of to luck. And Nick's going to show some tips and tricks on how to do exact research to find specific stuff so that you can be successful on Amazon. Nick, why don't you give us a quick intro?
All right. So my name is Nicholas Bosch. I live in Chilliwack, BC, which is about an hour out of Vancouver. I'm 21 years old. I was very fortunate to start my Amazon business when I was 19, 20-ish, and found a lot of success with it. My first 3 products didn't do well at all, but I kept pushing through it. Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. And now I've built myself up to a 7-figure level. I start to help other people, in a space, kind of like just helping them, mentoring them. So if you guys have any other questions in the later on after this video, you can definitely drop them in the comments, and I'll be in there helping you guys through that. As well as that, yeah, I'm going to show you guys some product research today, show you guys how to find products that do well, why they do well, some criteria about them, why they should do well, why I'm confident, stuff like that. So I hope that kind of sums up everything.
Yeah, this is awesome, Nicholas. I'm glad that you brought that up, because it's easy, especially right now. You see a lot of advertising, people who are selling courses or get rich quick stuff with Amazon, and it really takes patience. If you do your homework, you can still release a product that doesn't work. There's also a lot of competition. You really need to know what you're doing on Amazon and navigate. And I definitely recommend you surround yourself with like-minded people so that you can find people who are doing the same thing as you. And that's going to be my first question for you before you get into it was, how did you get into learning about Amazon? Did you read about other people, or how did you get introduced to FBA?
Right. So, back in the day, it wasn't like a YouTube thing. To a bit of my background, I'm actually come from a very Christian home. My parents are very strict Christians, so it's a little off the side. But so I never had access to social media except a phone, and Facebook was like the first thing I had. So I found that I was searching for like wasting money online because I was working at a farm, working like 12 hours a day, and was doing that since I was 11 years old. Because that's all I knew was just work, school, right? And that's it. So I got an ad from Ryan in Austin, who had a course back in the day, how to sell on Amazon, right? And I tried an affiliate marketing course that was $17,000, like 12,000 Canadian or American, which ended up being $17,000 Canadian. So I spent on that, didn't get any success from that, blew that all away, and then found this course and started to learn stuff, and then started picking stuff up off of YouTube when I noticed YouTube had a lot of, questions to my answers or answers to my questions, and started, looking around there and just picked up from everybody's, content and just, learned, took a couple courses along the way. I've gone through 5 courses now and just kept learning, I guess, always looking to learn.
That's awesome. So do you want to give us some insight into the first things that you launched right from the beginning? Just to give people an idea that you didn't just immediately become successful. I just really want to reiterate that for people. It takes some patience.
Right. So the first product I ever launched was like a Hawaiian table skirt. So like I tell everybody, the products that you don't think of are the products that do the best. So Hawaiian table skirt was kind of one of those products. So I got into it and I was really scared. It was not that expensive. It cost me about $3,000 to do the full launch, shipping, everything done. That's the full price of it. So I came in there kind of like a newbie. Didn't know how to like work with Amazon's system at all. Really didn't know the algorithm, how it played. So I bought it and came in the market like for like 2 months of it looking good. By the time I got into the market, it crashed. Like there was a big price war. So it went from $21 selling point to about $10.99. You can still buy it to this day at $10.99. So I had $10 margin, and I lost it all during that 2 months time because it became like a really good product. Everybody seen it, jumped in on it. It was dead.
Wow, scary. So I was reading earlier that one of the number one things people are afraid of with Amazon is number one, being suspended, and number two, people jumping on their same product. So do you have any thoughts on how people can protect themselves a little bit?
So getting banned from Amazon, I don't think that's an issue. You just got to play the terms of service correctly.
Hmm.
Like certain things like buying fake reviews, slapping fake reviews on other competitors, um, manipulating your category, that kind of stuff. Buying a product, getting banned from selling it, and relisting it under a new ASIN. Um, that's an instant red strike. They'll take you down. And then copyright infringement. Don't just take pictures off of Google. Make sure you go to a special site, like where you can get pictures made or make them your own. And then like say my brand is like Bosch Innovations. I will make sure all my pictures is Bosch Innovations. So like I can kind of brand my stuff that way in a certain way so that nobody can say that's my picture and give me an infringement strike. And then make sure you don't copy somebody else's copyright and all that kind of stuff. You gotta make sure it's all your own.
That is great. Okay. So it's all yours if you want to screen share or you want to give a little intro to what you would do if you're just getting started with FBA.
Right. So I was going to go over a few things when you want to get started and then go into some product research. So the number one thing that's important is to kind of look at it as a business. So Amazon's obviously something that's going to be big in the future. I think I can like literally stress that as hard as I did. I think Amazon could be approaching in the next 2 years here 400 to $500 billion in total revenue in a year. So I think it's a huge opportunity for people that are looking to start and people that are already doing it. So the number one thing you want to look at is, should I create a business? So if you're in America, it'd be an LLC. If you're in Canada, it's an LTD. I don't know about other countries too much, but I'm sure you know in your respective areas what you need. But in terms of that, I think it's not a must, but I would say just be careful not to sell knives and like marbles that kids can choke on, stuff like that. It's very rare. Never heard of it that somebody got sued through Amazon through a customer. Other than that, yeah, just there's not much to it. You just got to make sure you set up your seller account. Make sure you set it up as a pro seller, a professional, for the reason that it's as many items you want to sell, you could sell because that's a business. They also have the individual account, which is only 10 units per month, which is like you want to sell a pair of shoes that you bought and brand new and didn't like them after that. You can sell them on Amazon just randomly, kind of like eBay. But you want to sell professional, so that's $40 a month. If you don't sell for the first 6 months, Amazon will be like just like that. They'll reimburse you completely for not selling on Amazon. So if you're looking to get started, you can already set up your seller account every month. Just ask for your $40 back, and they'll do it free of charge. They have no hassle ever. I tell everybody that does it, that's interested. They might not have the capital now, but later on they do. So that's another important thing. All you need is to have your bank account number or your bank account stuff, your like a gas bill or any sort of bill that has your address with it, a passport picture, a driver's license picture. You just got to scan them, send it to Amazon. They have the whole thing that you got to fill out, and that's it. And then you got to make sure you have an American bank account if you want to sell in America. Now, I just want to touch on that as well. I don't sell anywhere else than America itself. I'm from Canada, but I sell in US. US, I think, has the highest opportunity, the most sales. But Germany is another very good market. So if you're from Germany, that's very good for you. UK market, not so much. It's still growing, but it's definitely somewhere to go in. Australia is opening very soon. Apparently in January, they're opening their first warehouse there. So that could be big for the Australians. But yeah, in Canada, I got to say it's bad. We have 10 times less population. We have about like 50 times less sales. So it's not near as good over here. So if you're from Canada, I suggest selling the States. If you're from the States, sell in the States. If you're from European, sell in Germany. And if you're from the UK, sell in Germany or the UK or the USA. And that's up to you. And I would suggest you can sell in the UK, but also you can take an opportunity to look in the USA as well. And you can sell in both places if you like. I have the freedom to sell in any place realistically, but I just choose to sell in USA because that's been successful for me. So that's kind of like the first step. So next step I was going to go to, I was just going to screen share here for you guys. Good product research. That's another really important thing. So I'm going to share my screen here. So I use this web app by Jungle Scout. Obviously, Greg Mercer, really good guy. He owns the software, Jungle Scout. It comes along with a tracker, a niche hunter, and a Chrome extension. Now, the Chrome extension, I'll show you in a little bit what it is. It's just a little button on the side. I obviously have a little calculator here for my products as well as a keyword index checker. That's a little more advanced. I'll get into that. This is not too advanced. I'll show you that as well. But So in here we have like the Jungle Scout, the Pro, or the product tracker, the product database where you search for products. I don't use the niche hunter at all. And then the Chrome extension, again, it's just you click on it, you install it. It's a $120 one-time fee, never pay for it again. This is a $40 or $30, I'm not too sure, but it's a reoccurring fee. So and I'm just going to talk about now the gated and ungated categories. So there's a very important part of selling on Amazon. I do have connections to get you ungated in generally every category. Now, some categories you don't want to sell in because the competitiveness or the irrelevancy, like you don't want to sell in a Kindle store for the reason that you're trying to sell your own stuff. You don't want to sell movies and TVs. You don't sell them because you're actually private labeling your own stuff. You're not trying to sell, a movie of some sort because it's not yours. And same with music as well and musical instruments. But anything that have yellow or anything that's orange right now, so I click that and put it back. These are all ungated. These ones you may sell in as of right now, any of them, as well as pet supplies. That's all of them. So health and beauty, these are very good categories. I'm ungated in these ones. Groceries, all right, but these are very good. You need to get approved though. Let's go over a few. So beauty and personal care, that's a very good beauty. So I would have both of those obviously on usually, but these are the ones you can sell in as of right now. So baby is a very good category for something that's ungated. So anyways, now let's talk about the price. So a very important part is to look at the price range. Now, obviously as me as a seller, I kind of play with the price a little bit more. So $15 like the minimum price here, because this is the whole minimum section, and then I got the maximum side here. So when you go over to the minimum section, you want to make sure that it's over $15, and I suggest over $20 for the reason that a lot of more barriers you can overcome selling on Amazon means less competition. So what I mean by that, if you're in a gated category and you got approved, that's one hurdle for a new beginner to get through. Also, a higher price point. If you have a lot of money, why not get into something that's $40, right? Because then you're evading those people that can't afford that higher price point. And not always is a $40 price product expensive to make. It can be really cheap, but nobody wants to look for them because they're worried already because they think it's going to be high priced in terms of buying it off of Alibaba, which I'll talk about later on. So price, again, $15 for the profit margin as well, because you want to have enough cushion because we have the FBA fees, which is like fulfillment by Amazon. Amazon has their own return policies, their own shipping rate fees and whatnot. So they charge you, plus they charge you a 15% referral fee, which I'll talk about a little later. So that's kind of like the price here. I like to play in. I also will just move it up. I'll go to $75. Usually I play within I like to be between the $25 to $75 range. That's my perfect area. Now, net, I don't fill in ever. The rank, I don't worry about either. This is like the BSR, the bestseller rating. I don't fill that in. And then we got here the estimated sales. Now, I like to follow the 10-10-1 rule. So 10-10-1 rule is 10, or I gotta figure out exactly how I said this, but it's 10 units a month or 10 units a day. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but I want one product to be selling at least 300 units a month. So it means 10 units a day at $10 profit on one product. That's what it was. So $10 profit, 10 sales a day for one product. So I want to do at least $100 a day, so $3,000 a month profit. That's how I look at it. Now, this is super minimum. You'll notice there'll be a lot of results that come up. So you definitely can narrow that down to a higher amount of sales, higher amount of revenue. Also $5,000 revenue, because you got to remember most profits or most products are about a 50% margin or 40%. Some will be 35. So if you're thinking it's going to be 40%, it's going to be about $2,200 profit. So I'll do minimum 6,000 usually, but for me, I'll usually look for 17 to 20,000. Reviews. So reviews shows competition. Very important part actually of selling on Amazon is you look for reviews. I suggest staying below 75. 50 is definitely the best. Also, another thing is to be careful of is when looking at the top sellers, you want to make sure that they are the top sellers are also selling. There's usually 10. I'll show you guys in a little bit with the Chrome extension how that works. But there's 10. So actually, I'll show you right now. So let's just go to Amazon here, and we're gonna let's go to Amazon.
I'm just going to jump in real quick here and say that we're trying to create or just give you guys an idea of how to make $3 to $5 grand on Amazon, and they can be easily done with just one product if you do the right product. But again, give yourself some cushion. Maybe it'll take a couple or three to get one that really works. But the 10 by 10 by 10 rule is like the golden rule that people say, like that's retirement money. When you have 10 products to sell 10 a day at $10 profit, that's $1,000 a day profit pre-tax. And that's like the holy grail of Amazon sellers. And if you set that goal as a lifetime goal, then it's totally reasonable. But if you're like, hey, I'm getting overwhelmed because I just started, it's not reasonable. Like, pull your time frame out. Like in your whole life, you can come up with 10 products to sell 10 times a day. I'm confident that almost anybody can do that.
Right. So here we got the Hawaiian table skirt I sold. I don't sell it anymore. That's my top competitor back in the day, and he's still the top guy, bestseller. So we have like the Chrome extension here. We just like literally dropped this down on Jungle Scout. So that's their Chrome extension. It pulled up all the data. So shows all the competitors. So what I like to look for is brand equilibrium, as I call it. So I like to see a lot of different sellers. So you can see there's no time really here. There's two guys selling the same product, except this guy right here, Super Z Outlet. He's selling twice, and I know him because he was my competitor back in the day. But as you can see here, it's low reviews, and it seems like a really juicy product to get into, but it's not. And you can see already the sales and the revenue are not that good. But that's definitely one product that I did, and it didn't do so well. Now, Jungle Scale also offers the opportunity score. It shows like out of 10, gives it a 5, low competition, medium demand. So I like to look for stuff that has higher demand. So how many sales is very important. Like what's the demand? I like to see high demand. Now it depends on where you're living. If you're selling in the UK, it might be a little less demand, but for the competition, because 50 reviews in United States market might be like equivalent to 20 reviews in the UK market, because the competition over there, because less people selling, less sales, less products, stuff like that. So you got to kind of gauge that. I'm not too sure about that yet. Like, not too sure about the UK market, obviously, because never sold there. But that's kind of how this works. Now I'm just going to go over like the product research. So that's exactly how that web app works exactly. So the rating, I don't worry about that. And then the weight, I have a freight forwarder contact when I do my shipping. But if you're looking to just get started and use the supplier freight forwarders, they definitely can help you out with that as well. They're super easy to go with. They might have a bit of a language barrier sometimes. Very, very rarely does that happen. So I like to stay below 3 pounds then, because it gets pretty expensive to ship by air. Because going by air door to door is what you tell them. You go, I want to sell door to door by air. That's literally the criteria to give them when you say I want to ship door to door. So that means by air then, and it goes straight from the warehouse, like the supplier, straight to the FBA warehouse. That's set and done. And the number of sellers listed quality I don't worry about. And then all I do is like I have a negative keyword shirts because I don't like to sell shirts. So probably could include tees and stuff like that. So I don't have any shirt stuff, but there'll probably be some shirts pulled up anyways. So we would just like go through here and just look. So you can see there's 19,000 results. I usually like to break this down to about 1,000 results for that reason. So what I'll usually do is like just bump this up to like, 600 sales a month. And then this will be like 17,000. And then I pull up for some results and see what happens. So it'd probably like, a little less rate. So I'll show some t-shirts like I don't want to have. I think all that kind of stuff here. So you guys will notice that I go through pretty quickly, but so what I kind of like look for is stuff that you've never ever thought about selling and nobody even knows about it. So it's like the really weird thing. So all I would do here is just go look through it, right? You can see that, you see the estimated revenue here. So anything that's in this fits into this criteria that I just literally put in here. So none of these products would be like, oh, I shouldn't be selling them. They should all be like, good to sell, except for the reason they might have a patent or their clothing, stuff like that. Or, they could be competitive. You click into them, which I'll show you in a second here. So what I was going to do here is just kind of look for a product that I think might do or sell well. So I just go pretty quickly. So here we have these jumbo squishies, right? Super random, never heard of them. So what you do with this is you don't have to click on it, but I'm going to click on it anyways. So this is like Becker, jumbo squishies, 5-piece, $17 plus. He's not even FBA. He's an FBM seller, which means he's a merchant, so he does drop shipping. He doesn't have the Prime, option. So a customer that comes to Amazon won't get Prime with him. They don't get 1 to 2 days shipping because he is a merchant. So he's either drop ships from his house or straight from the supplier. It's a very important part about that as well. So he got lower reviews, right? Under 50. I like to see that. If you do the drop down on his page, he does 33,045 reviews, right? Now it's not what you do. The important part I want you guys to learn from this is you go over to here. You got to make sure all departments, right? And you got to take the broadest keyword from here. So I got to figure out exactly the broadest keyword. So what you can see here is probably the jumbo squishies. So what I'm going to do is go over here and put in jumbo squishies. An interesting product anyways. So Now we got everything. This is our full competition. This is everybody selling jumbo squishies. Now, I did notice he was a 5-pack, and these are all 1-packs. So there's literally no 5-packs. So I'm going to try the drop down anyways, but it's the guys that doing the 5-pack that's doing well for a reason. So you see like low reviews, like 30 reviews, 30, $16,000. So, but he's got low price points. This one, I don't like to see this. It gives you a high opportunity score, maybe an amazing product. It's giving a lot of sales, tons of demand. At the same time, I don't like the price point. Now, I haven't looked at this product. It potentially could be good. I do go into products that are under $15 if the amount of sales is amazing and if the product is super, super cheap to make. So I still have like a $8 to $10 profit per piece, which like something like this could potentially be done. So, but it'd be interesting to go like, 5 piece. So if you want to make sure that it's still viable doing it, going the long tail key phrase that we call it, when you go 5 jumbo squishies, you go to merchant words here and you would type in, or you'd find out exactly how many times it's searched for per month. So merchant words is like one of the things we use to find out the key results or how many search terms or how many times people search for it on Amazon, which is kind of an estimation because nobody has access to Amazon API system, but it's a pretty good estimate. So what we do here is go jumbo squishies. If I can spell this correctly, right? So jumbo squishies, and then it's gonna take a little bit, I guess. So it says that it gets searched about 700,000 times, right? So and it's squishy jumbo. That's actually more popular than jumbo squishies. So I actually did it backwards. But then we can do like 5-pack, right? And then we want to see like how often it's searched. And it's probably very little, so like 1,700 times. So definitely, if you're looking to rank for this product and you have a 5-pack like the other guy does, which could be really viable, you'd have to rank under these guys because this is where the customers actually go to because they search for that. All right, so it doesn't look like anybody's selling that 5-pack in here. So I would consider this product a no-go kind of. So what we do then is, and I'm just going to go quickly into this. We go over to Alibaba quickly. Go here over to Alibaba. And then we go over here and put in jumbo squishies. And then kind of look at the pricing. So we want to get an estimation. We want to highball it. So we got $1.50, $1.95, $2, or $1 to $2.93. So this is nice and cheap here. You got 37 cents, 38 cents, roughly 50 cents, 2.5. So you negotiate, but we're looking at probably for 5 of these. It's gonna be about, I'm gonna call it $4 a set. I'm not too sure. That sounds like a set is $4. It's interesting. Okay, so we kind of like keep looking through this and kind of get an idea. I don't want to waste you guys' time. Yeah, so I'm kind of assuming it's be like $4. So what we do here is go literally to the FBA calculator. So you just type in FBA calculator on Google, right? And Amazon has their own free calculator you get to use. So you just go over here. You also have a Chrome extension, which is this one right here. I like this one's more detailed. So what we do here is go over to our product again, right? So for example, I'm looking to maybe a 5-pack, right? To compete with these guys that are selling just one at a time. So I'm offering more. So what I do is go over to guys selling the 5-pack, all right? So 5 pieces, Amazon choice, he's got 1 review, which is like absolutely nothing. Actually, really interested in seeing how much he's doing. Okay, so that's not too high. In this example, I wanted to show you guys this. So what we do here is go over to the URL and everything or anytime it starts with a B always, and it's right after the DP. You copy that. It's called what they call the ASIN or the ASIN, and go over to the revenue calculator and paste it into the search bar and search for it. So it pulls it up. It says it's about half a pound, gives dimensions of it, the ASIN, and then what you do here is go, okay, it's selling for $17.99, so I'm going to sell it for $17.49 because I want to get myself launched a little bit. Try not to start a price war, but also give yourself that kind of extra interest. Shipped to Amazon, it's like half a pound. So I just want to let you guys know that by sea it's about $1.25 to $1.50 per kilogram, and by air it's about $4.50 to $5.50 per kilogram shipped by air. So I'm assuming that this one's half a pound. It's going to be like about $1 to ship at the max. So ship to Amazon, you do $1. And as you notice, I'm only using this side because this is your fulfillment, but we're doing Amazon FBA, which means fulfillment by Amazon. So we're doing the Amazon fulfillment side. So we got $17.99 or $17.49 item price. That's what I'm gonna sell it at. And then shipped to Amazon, it's gonna cost me $1. And cost of product, I said it'd be about $4, right? And maybe it's high ball, let's go for $5. So we're looking at a $5 net margin. All right. So every time I sell one piece to somebody, so one pack of 5, I make $5 or $6, right? I have a 34% margin, right? And then Amazon fees, this fee right here is 15% of this. So Amazon for the referral gets 15% of the selling price because they're like a celebrity. So if I go to a celebrity and says, can you sell my product for me and be an influencer for my product? They're going to charge me a high price because they have so much reach. Okay. So that's 15%. And this is the fulfillment fees. This fee covers your monthly storage, which is 2 cents, as well as fulfillment fee, which is, the package ship and return policy, all that kind of stuff. So that's where those fees come in. And then you get your full income here. And then you say, okay, I'm going to buy 500 units, right? So 500 units. And then you just go over here and you look, you're going to make about $3,000 profit per month with this potential product. All right. So, but I do want to let you guys know that with this product, I want to just look at the whole scheme of things, right? So we want to make sure that we're looking at jumbo squishies on its own. And then, kind of look through it all, make sure that it's, something you can rank for. So this guy's selling one, this guy's selling a 3-piece, right? He's brand new. He could potentially be brand new. He's got 3 reviews. Somebody gave him a low review, obviously, but he could potentially be doing well. So, and he's doing $1,000. So, yeah, that's kind of how that works for product research.
That is cool. You literally give us an A to Z on a specific product.
I tried. It's like I want people to understand the whole product research method, but it's also good to understand, and I'm going to show you guys a really, really good product that I do sell, but I won't tell you which one it is. So this is one that I've been selling, and this is for a while already. And I told them already about this one. So this one, it's really good. So again, this is long tail, like I showed you. I actually put in the wrong one by accident. So I sell an electric waxing kit, but it's actually, we call it a waxing kit. So very important. So you actually search that. And then you got all these like really cool things here, right? So you actually do the drop down here. This is what I call like a super in demand product, right? So you got 22 reviews, 6,000. It's competitive now. We got like, 26 reviews, 8,000, 53, 30,000. So I got like a 31, 12,000. But like, the demand just keeps coming, right? And it's super expensive, or pretty expensive. So it's pretty like good that way. Now, if you actually look at the electric waxing kit, it's more products in the same store. So actually, let's double check this here. So you see this product is different than this one. Plus these two are different than that one. And these ones are all different. So if you do the electric waxing kit, it actually narrows down the product to the exact same one the whole way through. As you can see, the drop down here, you'll see a little different numbers. So you got 8,000.
Hey, Nicholas, your audio is a little bit off. I wonder if you can.
Is it off?
It's not off. It's just a little bit fuzzy. It's a little bit. Fuzzy. So I don't know if it's because the internet connection.
Is it better now?
No.
Oh.
It's still fuzzy. I wonder if is somebody else using the internet potentially or something. I'm not sure what would cause it. I think it's a lag in internet connection.
Okay. Is it still bad? Just wondering.
Still bad. Let me see if I can.
Here you go.
Let's see. Let me turn my camera off. Let's see if it helps.
Yeah. Is it because you're downloading? Okay. Will that cut the connection though? All right. Is it still bad though?
It's still bad. Sorry guys, what happens when it's live?
Sorry?
No, it's just saying sometimes we have technical difficulties when it's live.
Yes. I'm gonna put my own Wi-Fi on.
Or people are saying it might help to exit and then come back on the call.
Exit and come back on the call?
Mm-hmm.
I could do that, sure.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay. Let's move on.
All right, guys, it's just you and me now. It's cool because if you guys have any other value that you want to share with me, let me know. Like there are people who watch my channel that have value to give. You're welcome to come on my channel also. I think I'm pretty democratic with letting people come on. Let us know what value you have. I think one of the best things to do is learn how to research items. If you learn how to research items, you'll never need to work for anybody because all you have to do is find the ones that are undervalued and then provide that value for people. And that's where you make the most margin. I was just looking at this article that's on, um, looking at this article that was on web. I'm not sure actually the article's source. You got to go to my Instagram to figure it out. But they were saying how the majority of sellers sell in two categories. They sell in categories with low competition, or they sell in categories that are in popular items. These are the top two large. Like if you're trying to make a lot of money on Amazon or eBay, those are the two categories that you want to sell in. Either categories where there's not a lot of competition and the demand is high, so people will want them and they'll sell fast, or popular products and you're looking in the potentially selling a lot of volume and you're just looking for a deal on those items. One thing that is kind of crazy is that when you get into the 7-figure range, which is what a lot of Amazon sellers, the goal is to get to 10 by 10 by 10, right? There's a lot of competition. You may need to spend a lot on promotions, and they're new sellers. So like Nicholas will get into it where he'll talk about promotions. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me better?
It's perfect. So there's a couple of questions in the chat that are asking about how do you compete with people who have a lot of reviews? Do you have to pay for promotions?
Okay, so when it comes to reviews, I'll never start a product. So let's just dive a little bit back in here again. So for this product, okay, I'm in it already, and I'm not gonna say who it is. I'm one of these guys, obviously, just so you know. But if you look at the reviews, all right, I like to see that every seller is different, right? So which it is.
You're actually not screen sharing right now. Do you want to screen share?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay. All right, now I'm screen sharing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You're
Okay, so
good.
let's go back. So again, so you got the waxing kit, right? So you got all of these different brands. I like to see brand equilibrium, which is like all different brands. So you can see that this guy's in here twice, and that's it, right? He's doing an amazing job. You know, he's giving a high score. I like to see that the sales are consistent. So this one is kind of, you know, sucked up by these three guys, but it's fine. You know, I can see another guy coming in here. But the difference is between these guys, if I hover over it, custom packaging, custom bag, a nice thing, right? Custom bag, custom box, very well done. Custom box, different color waxing thing. This one, it's the same one as the supplier gave, the blue one and the ugly bags, right? This is the same guy again, nice box and stuff like that. And this guy's doing really bad, but he's got custom bags. They look kind of bad. And this guy's doing really, really well. This guy's doing really well. See, custom bags, custom design again. So that's why people do well is they do their own branding. This person's the same thing, but they put their own logo on it. So like nothing really fancy. That's what I look for. So why do I think it should fit? Sorry.
Like, quick question from a
Yeah.
utility perspective: do all these products do the same thing?
Yes, all these products do the exact same thing. They're hair removal for legs and whatnot for women
Gotcha.
and guys.
So obviously, you have to do something to stand apart.
Yeah. So what you can do is offer more bags. So this people have 4 bags. You can offer. Some people have 30 sticks, 30 application sticks. You can offer maybe plastic sticks instead of wood. But custom packaging is huge. It's huge. Literally, it's like I was selling a fidget spinner back in the day, and I'll be honest about it, I was part of that trend, and I had no custom packaging, and then I was selling about 30 units a day. Went from no 30 units a day with no custom packaging to custom packaging because I wanted to get on time, so I didn't do custom packaging for the first order. Second time I did it, I doubled my sales the second day. So that's the power of custom packaging. It's perceived value. So I mean, a lot of people shop in Canadian Tire, Walmart. They see a nice pan for sale and it has really nice boxing. They're likely going to go with the one that looks really cool. Not because it looks high quality. I couldn't tell you whether one's better than the other, but that box looks cooler and that's why I'll buy it. So that's kind of like how I think of things. And then there's, just branding, right? Like you don't want ugly logos on your products. You got to make sure you come up with something that looks, relevant and it's not, don't stand out and make it look dumb. You know what I mean? So, and then like asking for different like stuff, right? Like this person has like really nice packaging, like nice box, nice bags, the same waxing kit, which is from the supplier, but it's still nice, right? They offer very, very cool things. So, and then just the the amount of sales, right? So the sales, obviously, why these guys are taking it is because they have cool stuff. Like they're offering different stuff than everybody else. Everybody else selling the same stuff. And then the reviews are obviously high, so it's now competitive. But before it wasn't, right? 3-4 months ago, it wasn't competitive. Now it is. So you just got to get in on time, and then you ride the wave up and you make a ton of money. That's literally how every product goes. And then I like the consistency and prices here. So this one, I know this is just a regular, oh no, oh yeah, it is. He's selling 2 bags with it. That's why he's cheaper. And I know one other guy is selling just the machine. I don't know exactly who it is, but he was somewhere here. Anyways, this guy right here. No, but the pricing here is like 33, 20, 30, 35, 36, 30, it's all around the 30 range. So I like to see that. I don't like to see like 40 and 25. That's like too big of a gap. So hope that kind of helped.
There's a couple of questions in the chat. Like, is it too late to make a better waxing machine?
I mean, you're competing against me, but no, I'm not here to say that. But yeah, it kind of is, for the reason that a lot of these people like look. Okay, I will say this. No, not really, because look at this guy, right? Why not? He's got 9 reviews at 5 stars. He got all 5 stars. Nine of his reviews, 9 or 9 of them were 5 stars. So he's got 5-star rating. He's an FBA seller, just like I am. So fulfilled by Amazon. His listing quality is 7 out of 10. So he's got a listing that looks pretty good. It's 7 out of 10, 70%. Based on just like Jungle Scout's way of calculating that. And then the revenue to about $8,000. So you gotta think about it's about 49% margin. So you gotta think about $4,000 profit they're doing. So a month replaces your day job right there. So definitely doable, I think, but it's getting to the competitive side of things. Like this person, this is like still okay. And he's doing a really good job, amazing job. But again, he's showing very well branding. Like his branding is very well. His picture's laid out differently, and it may catch the eye a little differently than everybody else. Everybody else has it set up with 4 bags. See, 4 bags in a row, kind of style the whole way through. But this guy catches the eye a little different. That's probably why he's doing a little better. Is there any other questions?
Pretty amazing. We're having questions like, what about people who compete with you from China?
That's a good question. So a lot of people are worried that Chinese will like eventually try to take it over because they have cheaper access to it and can launch product for cheaper. However, the problem is, and we'll just look at this guy. He's killing. He's doing amazing. But if you read his actual writing, he's a competitor, so I know him. He goes, just need 10-minute melt hard wax beans. You can operation fast, right? You see that? I just picked that up right away. I'm not trying to be racist, but that seems very well Chinese written, right? It's not very well good English, right? So when I see that, that already scares off a customer in my eyes. And sure, the pictures are very well done, right? That's well done pictures, in my opinion. The only problem is I don't like it is because a lot of Chinese will buy, or it will lower the price as low as possible. Now, this person obviously runs like, outside traffic because he's doing an amazing job in terms of selling, because he's doing way more than everybody else. So he has to be driving some sort of outside traffic. That's what I'm guessing. Maybe not, right? So on top of that, I mean, a lot of Chinese will try to go undercut everybody, but as Americans and Canadians, we don't buy based on what's the cheapest always. A lot of people buy based on quality, so there's always a deciding factor whether it's worth it or not to go with that cheaper product. Now, if you're all selling like 500 paper cups and one's cheaper than the other, that definitely the price will determine it. But when you're selling something that's actually quality, like it's an electronical piece, or maybe it's a phone, people buy an iPhone over something else because it's the brand, and that's important to understand as well.
Let's see, what other questions are there? Somebody's getting set up to sell in Australia. That's smart, right? It hasn't even opened yet.
Wow, that's quick. I don't know if anybody that's doing it. If people ask me, I was like, if you can get in there now, you'll be the first one to launch products. I mean, there's no competition. It's a brand new market.
I think it's important. Look at Jungle Scout on your screen. You can see the high demand, low competition button on the top right.
Yeah, high demand, low competition. 7 out of 10. It's very rare you see these numbers. 7 out of 10 is like, you find them all the time. 8 out of 10, rarely. And 9 out of 10, like you come across them here and there. And I've never seen a 10 out of 10 yet. Like, I'll show you guys something that's not allowed to be sold. I've fought life and death for this product. I'm not allowed to sell it. and I'm still trying to. So I may win one day. And you know, because it's trademarked, and it's this product right here. Now this product is amazing, but this company is as seen on TV, and it's just the interactive baby toy. It's a huge Christmas hype. But look at these numbers: 0 reviews, $156,000. It's just unbelievable, right? Like the numbers are just juicy. And I can't sell it. Not allowed to sell it from Amazon. So it's a 9 out of 10. I would consider this like a 12 out of 10, but like,
That's
now,
insane.
right? It's just insane, but you're not allowed to sell it because Wowie, I mean, it's brand Equilibrium's not here, right? It's all the same guy, Wowie. And for you guys that know, I'll just do a quick little show. I'll show you guys a quick little thing here. So what we do is it's fingerlings. What we'll do is go over here and go trade Markia. There you go. And we just quickly, oh, no, not that one. This one here. All right, so we go over here, and all you do is go here, put in fingerlings. And you can see here, fingerlings, just pull it up, collectible toy, molded toy, blah, blah. And it shows you everything about it. So definitely trademarked. And it shows fingerling, just, you know, non-plural. So what this really means, and this is like a little, obviously a higher bit of knowledge, you're allowed to sell a trademarked item. However, Wowie is a big company that has struck deals with Walmart and Toys R Us back when they were selling or open before Amazon took them down, I'm assuming. But they worked a deal with Amazon that they were only allowed to sell unless they approved another seller. So that's why I have to get approved from Wowie before I can get approved from Amazon. So I have a 2-step process to get approved. So I have a lot of certifications. I have testing done on my product that is different, proving to them it's different than theirs. But at the same time, it's kind of the same. So, but I have to prove it's different. So that technically it's not the same product. But they don't have a patent on it. So you're not allowed to sell patented items, but you're allowed to sell trademarked items. The only problem is you're not allowed to put the name fingerling in the title. And I'll show you why I'm upset about this. Is this guy right here is not Wowie, and he doesn't have fingerling in the title, but he's selling it. And I'm not allowed to sell it, but he's allowed to. And that's why I'm upset about it. So, so he goes, note, please check this is not a fingerling brand. No, so I wish I was allowed to sell it. And you can see probably this guy's doing amazing probably. I can just, yeah, 2 reviews, 112,000. So he's probably making $60,000, $70,000 a month on that product right there, profit. So that's an amazing product.
Well, how is he able to do that? Is that why you're angry? Because he's selling the identical thing but calling it a monkey toy?
Yeah, pretty much. I did my best to try to get approved. I got denied 3 times. So that's a product that I've been trying for, but it's too late now. It's a Christmas hype only. As you can see, we also do this as well to confirm our product is good. We also use camel at the website. Google Trends is one of the best ones out there, obviously. Google has all the data in the world, so we just go over here and put in fingerlings. You can see it's going to be a huge spike, right? It's massive, right? And I'm talking worldwide. Let's talk just United States only, right? So you just go to America. And it's going to be like this, you know, yeah, same kind of spike, but it's massive, right? It's all only Christmas, and it's dead all through the year.
I don't see the trend. Just kidding.
Yeah. So
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's kind of how that all goes to play. So any other questions?
Is it possible to sell something similar?
That's the thing. I'm trying to like see this one here is a unicorn, also sold at Wowie, but I'm trying to sell something similar, but you just got to prove that's different. And I don't know, like I've never had this before where they tested something or they paid, I guess maybe paid Amazon to like have nobody else sell it, and they get like a sort of like monopoly on that product. I don't know how that'll work. Amazon just said there's a lot of issues with it. People trying to sell it, and we're not allowed to let people have permission. The minute you make your listing, it gets suppressed by Amazon because the algorithm pulls it up and realizes that you're trying to sell what the product you're not allowed to sell. Like mine over here doesn't say fingerlings here, it says monkey toy. And then it has my brand name on the packaging on the back side and as well as the front side here. I do use the same kind of packaging though, but it's different. Like that's considered to be now my own product because I have my own packaging, my own logo and stuff like that. So,
but it was still being blocked.
Yeah, I still can't sell it for the reason that they have some sort of like monopoly on that product. So too bad for me, I guess. But I'm gonna keep trying though. No giving up.
Monopoly on finger smart toys.
Finger smart toys. No, it's like the main keyword is fingerling because it's actually the brand name of this product is actually the actual highest search. Like fingerlings searched so many times, but interactive baby toys like the highest. Interactive monkey toy, finger monkey, but it's baby toy is like the next up. So baby toy.
If you
Think,
type in monkey toy, does it pull up fingerlings?
oh yeah, it'll pull 100% monkey toy. I didn't pull up yet. Okay, monkey toy. Yeah. And it's
Wow.
like different. It's like see, it's all different people, and that's what's like it really upsets me. You see that?
Here's a question in the chat. Can you sell them on eBay?
Oh, why'd you tell me now? I didn't think about that, but yeah, you could sell these on eBay. Like you would like right now, it just would be so hot to sell these on eBay. I could just imagine. But yeah, so that's a product that I'm really jealous of. Not to sell it.
What if, and I was going to say, what if we made a cat one, but there's already a cat one, like on the second page?
A cat one on the second page.
Or I saw a cat, I believe.
I don't never seen a cat before. That's a unicorn. That's a different thing. Some weird stuff. Page 2. Oh, that was a weird animal.
Can we make an interactive cat toy that's the same thing?
You could, but I don't know. Like
Would it
it's
still be blocked?
yeah, it's just totally blocked. I just can't sell it. The minute I put my title up and stuff like that, I think it's the category. The category rings the bell. So when I try to add a category to my product list, it readily tells the algorithm what I'm trying to launch, and then it gets flagged, and then Amazon reviews it personally, and they suppress it, and then you need approval. So
here's a couple of questions. For this, Vince is saying, are there any resources you recommend for learning more about Amazon besides contacting you?
In terms of what, like, are you trying to like, are they asking for me to like recommend them a course or a podcast or YouTube videos or?
He says reading.
Reading wise,
Do
I have
people
no
read
idea reading.
anymore?
I read a whole lot. I watch it on YouTube, but I don't know if that sounds stupid, but FBA mostly. So I don't know any books.
Okay, no worries. There's a question from Diego asking, how many products do you personally sell?
I personally sell right now 44 individual different products. So 44 SKUs, as I would call it.
Amazing. So can I ask what your goals are for Amazon? Do you think of it as a continuous progress? Are you just adding more and more and learning as you go?
So my goal with Amazon is to keep scaling my business. I've really dug into ClickFunnels and my Facebook advertising. Trying to become hopefully try to become an expert somewhat at that. Try to do as best I can to build that. Obviously, ClickFunnels is a very well set up funnel to get people to buy stuff through like a webinar and stuff like that. Making the buyer believe that the product is good. That you sell them on the product before they actually see the product in price. So you sold them on the product before you even showed them it. So that's like the power of ClickFunnels. And then just selling on Amazon because there's millions and millions and millions of organic traffic, which is like just people going there daily, just look for it. And the thing is, like with Shopify, you got to target for people that don't want it, right? Like you're targeting somebody to a person, they're in the niche, but they're not looking to buy. With Amazon, they're coming to buy that product because they search for that word, right? And that's the important part about thinking about when you're selling on Amazon is people are looking to buy that.
So I'm actually going to link your YouTube channel in the chat or in the description below. So when you guys after the chat, you can refresh it and then go over and subscribe. But do you want to let people know what's on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, so I do have to give you a little confession because you guys are a little bit new. A lot of my subscribers are a little bit, they know a little bit about Amazon already. So I haven't put on really new content and sort of like right down to the basics. There are some. There's a lot of product research methods. If you go through my channel, there's some product research. I show you the actual waxing kit in my channel as well. There's other videos like keywords and stuff like that. There's a bunch of videos that you guys can learn and pick up as well. But definitely, I'm not telling you guys just to watch my channel. There's other channels as well that are very good. Just type in Amazon FBA on YouTube. One I really suggest as well. me and him obviously know each other as well as that lifestyle ninja. I'll give him a shout out. I think he's an amazing dude. Knows his stuff very well. So definitely check out his channel as well. He doesn't have too many videos, but when he does have a video, I think they're pretty good. So that's my take on it.
So I have a couple more questions.
Yeah.
I think we had talked before the call as well, and people have a couple of questions. One, they're saying, what if I have, let's start with the first one. What if I have a limited capital? How much capital do I need to start my first project on Amazon? Should I, how much am I saving to try my first round?
All right. So I come at a different approach now that I mentioned it already to 10K on the Bay. I don't remember your name exactly.
Chris.
Chris, there you go. So I always look at it as the pyramid, right? And I mentioned to you before, it's like affiliate marketers on the bottom, Shopify people are at the next level up, and then it's Amazon, and then it's the software owners, and then it's the actual platforms like Shopify and Amazon themselves, right? And that's like the barriers. Now, affiliate marketing, you're selling somebody else's product. Shopify, you're selling somebody else's product or your own product, but you don't own it, and you're only owning the email list, right? If you're doing it right, you have an own email list built up, so you kind of own somebody's property somewhat, right? With Amazon, you own your own product. So as you climb that ladder, less competition starts to be there, right? So I think it's a very important thing to understand that when you're selling on Amazon, it's not about how easy it is. It's about the business. It's long term. Like I know of a person that was selling 2 years ago, selling on Amazon, and they sold their business 3 months ago for 1.75 million. So like a very short time, they flipped it, sold it, and what they're doing right now is just literally rebuilding. So you're gonna build another one because they got a really good deal on that. A big company bought them out, and they're gonna start all over from scratch. And it's literally rinse and repeat. So once you understand it, it's super scalable. But what I'm both the how much you start, I really suggest obviously looking to learn as much as you can for force. Be confident you got some sort of information down pat so you can understand the whole FBA model. And then for your first order, I'd say it's going to cost you about $1,500 to $2,000 to start. You could get away with about $1,250, but for your first order, it's about $1,500 to $2,000 to start, and it could go up to $10,000. But I would never suggest over $10,000 because either you're buying too many units that I would be like, why are you going to buy that many? Why stock up for 4 months? Why not just test that product for 2 months, and then if it does well, invest into more inventory and start a new product instead. Right.
Awesome. Let's see. I don't see any other questions. Let's see. What do you do when other people jump on your listings with similar products?
Okay, so I gotta touch on that one. It's very important. I'm not too sure what he means, but I'm assuming he's talking about a hijacker. Okay, right. So let's go over. Oh, I gotta make sure I screen share. So we're gonna go to screen share again here, and I'm gonna show you. So can you see my screen again? You can see that?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so as you can see here, right, these are all separate listings, right? This one's different. This one's different. This one's different. This is different, right? All different listings. Now, what a hijacker is, what this guy has. He has, because it's so competitive, there's people just jumping in on it, and there's 150 of these guys. This guy's making pennies probably right now. So that's the shitty thing about this product is there's so many hijackers. So there's 160 options, and a lot of customers don't know this, but it's whoever wins the buy box. So the guy that's winning the buy box right now is, so there's this one at Prime. I don't know. This guy's probably actually winning because he's Prime, but it potentially could be this one. So this, technically, it could be D422 that's winning this over Wowie. Wowie is not even nearby, and there's literally 16 pages of sellers, or even more, it looks like. So it's hard to say, but how do you get rid of these people? You go to Amazon and say they're not selling your product. You hit them with a cease and desist letter. And then third thing is you just buy theirs. You buy your own with some other account because you're not allowed to buy your own product actually. And then you buy with some other account and take a picture of yours, take a picture of theirs, and then send it to Amazon as proof. And then that's all you can do. If you have a trademark, then you can send them with a trademark infringement. That's all you can do, literally. But usually that works. Just telling Amazon, send me a cease and desist letter, that usually gets rid of them.
That might be something that you just it may just be a reality. It's going to happen. So get used to it. It's a different playground.
Yes, I would say that, but it's in those that's what the thing is. Like, I like to have products that do amazing amount of dollars, like amazing amount of money, but at the same time, those are the products that everybody's gonna jump into, and there's
Mm.
gonna be hijackers. The products that are like the sneaky ones that are like the $3,000 to $5,000 profit, don't look too juicy, but there's still the money there, and I could see that little like diamond there. I would quickly just jump into that, and I'll be the last person that will fit into it, and everybody thinks it's competitive now. So I just fit into this market enough that I can take a little bit of money from it, and then I'll like kind of close the market off, and that's it.
That is so important to stress because there are people that are like, oh, I can't sell Nike. I can't sell these popular electronics, so I can't sell on Amazon.
Yeah, no, there's tons of opportunity on Amazon. I mean, I find products like I'm helping people and they send me product ideas, and I'm like, yeah, I'll look through for them. I'll tell them how to bundle it, how to should give a better deal to a customer, what to do about the product. And people are sending these products left, right, and center. Like some people are sending me bad products, and I say, okay, you gotta keep looking, and they're like, okay, and they keep hustling, right? Some people say, okay, and I never get a message back. That's up to them, right? I'm not gonna sit there and baby them, obviously, because they don't owe me anything, and I don't owe them anything, right? So, and then there's these people that send me a product, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing, and then go ahead, right? And then I've already seen successful people, and not just because I said go ahead. It's just like they just, they thought it was good themselves. They probably would have gone ahead without even me telling them because they're so confident. Because you see that one product all of a sudden, and then you're like, I know it's good, and you just jump in on it. But
So
usually it's
there's
still good to go to somebody that actually knows something and be like, is this good? Because otherwise it's too much.
absolutely
It's kind of too much intuition. Otherwise.
two more questions, and then we
Yes.
got to call it a night, guys. I want to be respectful of Nicholas's time. First question is, how do you promote listings so that you can compete with people with reviews?
So that's a tricky one. Again, we'll be probably going over this in another one as well. So when what happens with reviews is there's a little grayish area. So there's some people that play right down the line of Amazon's terms of service. The way I play it is maybe just a little on the gray side sometimes, depending. It's all up to your risk tolerance, obviously. But what I'll do is I usually go to I'll go family or friends, family, not family, direct family, but I'll have like friends that are like not my Facebook friends. I'll go to Amazon review groups or people in my Facebook group. I have my own Facebook group for Amazon members, and I'll go out and reach out to them, and be like, hey, could you do a review for my product? And then we'll unfriend each other on Facebook, and we'll do a review. That's the way to do it. Um, yeah, there's other ways you can buy reviews, but I don't suggest you doing that. Amazon will take those down 100%. They're getting very strict on it, so they don't ban you for it, but they'll just remove them. So you have like 5 reviews, and all of a sudden you have none, and then oh, Amazon caught me, but they'll never reach out to you unless you're like buying like hefty amounts of fake reviews and people are reporting you for it. Then they'll talk to you about it. So other than that, it's basically you got to have a couple reviews before you run your PPC campaign. So I'm going to share something quickly,
Sure.
just to show really quickly what this means. So I'm sharing. Okay, so if I just go over back to this fingerling, right? Always the top couple ones are usually sponsored campaigns. So this is sponsored right here, right? Oh, sponsored and sponsors. This is somebody's paying to be here. So they don't have to even be here, but they're bidding on this keyword or whatever keyword it is, interactive baby or monkey toy. So they're bidding, say, $1 to be here, which puts them on the first page, which organically or which makes them get sales. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gotten. And if you know how Amazon works, your ranking is 99% based on sales velocity. How much are you selling compared to your competitors? So another important thing that we'll do compared to other people is we'll do giveaways. So we'll trick the A9 algorithm of Amazon to believe that we are better than the top guys out there by using viral launch, other giveaway platforms to give away our products for a little while to go maybe a little bit debt in a sense. And then, get to the first page in a couple of days and then get that organic flow because now you're on page 1 instead of page 10 or 20.
That is so awesome. And last question is, how about a product that needs constant resupply? It's related to how much of the product are you buying?
Right. So, I mean, every product needs resupply. And then, I mean, if they didn't, it would mean the product's not good anymore, right? But I have a budget products that sell like 1,000 units a month. So which is pretty good. It's about 30 units a month roughly. So 30 units a day, sorry, a little over. But those kind of products, they do hold up a bit of capital. But the thing is about it, you got to think about it. If you got 50% profit margin, which is not too bad, like after PVC costs and packaging costs, stuff like that, I net around 42%. And a lot of people work in the 35 to 50% net margins. So I'm kind of in the middle of the mesh, or the mash people that have margins, but once you get to that point, you can start to see, like, I put in $40,000 this month, and next month I doubled, right? I got 50% back. So I'm now at like, I went 40 and I made 50% margin. So I got 20. So now I have 60,000. Next month it's like, I put in 60, I got 90 back, right? So you're constantly building. It's an exponential growth.
Awesome. So there's a lot of people in the chat. Please hit the like. And if you guys want to reach out to Nicholas, where can people contact you? How can they get a hold of you to ask more questions?
Actually, very good question. I have my YouTube channel. Obviously, if you guys like watch the videos, you can comment in any of the videos as well. If you guys do want to reach out to me, you guys can reach out to me at info@everymansempire.com as well. I have it on my email. I'm always replying to that. I help out anybody that's interested. Go ahead and just email me there. I'm willing to help you guys out.
Awesome, guys. And you guys are, I'm just giving you guys a little bit of an update. My channel is going to take a little bit of a turn, tiny bit, where we're going to do more instructional series like this. So this is going to be part one of a many episode series where we get people started with Amazon FBA and just get things going for everybody. Try to be as educational and as value driven as possible. As always, leave a comment if you guys have any questions, and we will address it in the next video. Otherwise, thank you very much. We will see you hopefully once a week to get this out.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.